Hello, I'm Dr. Paul, and this is my beautiful wife, Lynn. And today we're going to discuss a report that came from Anthony Williams, who is a best-selling author who has written many books on health and wellness. And the book we're going to talk about today is called Celery Juice, which is the most powerful medicine of our time, healing millions worldwide, according to Anthony Williams. Now, this celery juice is made by juicing organic celery, and the way he discusses it is you're supposed to drink like 8 ounces a day. But I tried juicing the celery, and it takes a whole heck of a lot of celery to make 8 ounces of juice. There's a lot of pulp in there. And so what we've done is develop it into a GANS and use the plasmatic fields of the celery instead of the celery juice being consumed. Some of the benefits of this celery juice, according to Anthony Williams, are healing of the gut and relieving digestive disorders, providing the brain with critical electrolyte support, and balancing blood sugars, blood pressure, weight, and adrenal function, neutralizing and flushing toxins from the liver and brain, and restoring health in people who suffer from a vast variety of maladies. Now, that's a wide range of benefits for this simple product, but it does contain a whole variety of medication or chemical compounds and elements that are beneficial to the human body. So, Lynn, do you have anything to say about this?
Well, I do, because part of what we also did with the celery is we combined it with some other herbs, minerals, and vitamins that support a healthy gut. Now, you may have read something or watched something on leaky gut. And leaky gut has a lot of symptoms, and it seems in the medical establishment to be very difficult to diagnose. But some of the symptoms when you have leaky gut syndrome are food sensitivities, inflammatory bowel disease, autoimmune disease, thyroid problems, nutrient malabsorption, inflammatory skin conditions, mood issues, and autism. And if you think you have leaky gut syndrome, maybe what you have is bloating, gas, cramps, food sensitivities, aches, and pains. So your gut is naturally porous, according to David Eidelberg, MD, and what he's saying is your body naturally absorbs nutrients through the intestinal lining. That lining can become damaged, and then larger molecules macromolecules is what they're called, can escape the digestive tract and enter into your bloodstream. It's like the intestinal lining has a skinned knee, according to Dr. Edelberg. And so what are the results of that? You can have inflammation, bloating, stool changes, fatigue, And again, he says, it's difficult to diagnose. Now, sometimes a way to diagnose the issues might be to eliminate certain foods from your diet for several weeks and then start introducing them back. But basically what we're looking at with what we're both discussing here is an inflammatory disorder. And so in combining those nutrients, vitamins, herbs, minerals that will support a healthy gut along with celery, we want to bring you something that you purchase one time. You don't buy it over and over. You don't have to become best friends with a celery farmer. And that brings up the issue of what if some of the things that you want to use in order to enjoy good health are not readily available in our usual instant delivery system. And when I talk about instant delivery system, I'm sure people who've lived through an earthquake, through hurricanes, through severe winter storms, all know what I'm talking about. Because generally when something like that, when you know it's going to happen, the stores empty out. And then you sit and wait it out and hope it has a good ending. So Paul, why don't you show the GANS that you made with the celery and what we call healthy gut and celery GANS. It's, is it that one or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sorry.
This is the Gans of Celery down here in the bottom, and this water on top is what we use. And you can see that this stuff is real fine. You can see how light and fluffy that is. That's the pulp of the celery, but it's in a monoatomic state. And this is what gives us the plasmatic field that charges this water that we use. Now, this preparation contains the plasmatic fields of all of the ingredients that were in that celery pulp. And some of those are magnesium, zinc, glutathione, licorice, wormwood.
Now these were the things that were contained in the combination that we added to the celery.
Okay. So we added some maitake mushroom, cloves, black pepper, grapefruit seed extract. Now, grapefruit seed extract is something that I used to use a lot of before I started using plasma water, and it's a antibacterial, antiviral that's pretty effective in that arena. If you take it when you start getting a cold or a cough, it works real well. And also a lot of people use it when they travel on an airplane to keep from getting the airline crud.
But with grapefruit seed extract, don't you have to kind of carefully monitor how much you take so that it doesn't end up irritating your intestinal tract?
Yeah, you can't overdo it. I mean, you gotta, everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation, absolutely. So we just want you to have available at your fingertips something that you can purchase one time that you can utilize over and over and over. So when you get the healthy gut from us, you're going to get a vial, a glass vial. Now that's during the good weather. If the weather is our northern weather, it's severe cold, we have a lot of freezing temperatures. When it gets below 32 degrees, our little glass vials will sometimes break, even though they're well packaged, because they're not going from warm door to warm door in the delivery. And I sometimes, people in the South say, well, gosh, you know, it won't be a problem here. And I'm saying, but it's going to be a problem on my end, because sometimes our temperatures get to almost 20 below. So when it's winter time, I will send a larger vial with the GANS water. It's a BPA-free plastic. I know that if it freezes, it will not break because I tested it. I froze a full vial of water. It was solid. I took it out, threw it on the floor, and it did not break. So I know that you're going to get your delivery intact without a problem. Now, if you're outside of the country, you're going to receive a pair of patches from me, and they're going to be encased in plastic. And this is the type of plastic I use. It's a fairly good weight, and the pads are put inside the plastic, and you'll get a pair of them, and they're completely sealed shut. There's no open air to them, and they will be covered with clear plastic packing tape. Now what you're going to do, and I'm showing this to you too, because once you set up your water, you can share this with other family members or friends. You can make the patches by soaking paper towels. This is the size I use. It's a good quality where you can get the half strips. And I soak it with the water. I hang it up to dry. These are totally dry. You don't want any dampness, because when these are wet or damp, they can get moldy after a certain time. So we send them completely dry. We know they last. I have some I've used for several years, okay? You're going to get your jar of distilled, filtered, good well, good spring water. It can be structured water, whatever, but we don't want you to use tap water. Unfortunately, a lot of our municipalities add some pretty heavy chemicals into that, and you're better off to start with a water that's without chlorine and fluoride's another thing. So you attach them, whether you want to tape them, tie them on, put them on with a rubber band. Let them sit overnight the first time you set your jar up. And if you get a vial, you can tape that vial onto the jar, or you can set the vial right inside the jar, okay? So that's the way you're going to set up with your healthy gut water. And then once it's sat overnight, you're just going to drink some. And if you have gut issues, drink a copious amount, and drink a glass several times a day. You'll want to start out, if you have real sensitive system, maybe you're going to start out with half a cup 3 times a day and then build up from there. So that's the way you're going to use the healthy gut. And I do want to talk about one of these symptoms, because we have somebody who has used our plasma energy water, and she had the intestinal
ulcerative colitis?
Yes, thank you. And she had that for 14 years. And she was real faithful about drinking the water, and she said, you know what, it's gone. And when you have a condition like that, you have constant diarrhea, and you're looking for any relief or results that you can find. So she stuck with drinking plasma water, and after about a year's time, it completely cleared up, and she's really pretty happy about that. So, and she did get a good, a clear report the last time she had a medical checkup.
Yeah, she had a colonoscopy, and they said that it was completely healed. Colon was in good shape.
So that's everything we have on this, and we hope that you'll share this video with others. We have 2 video channels, and if you just go to either Lynn Schmaltz as one of the channel or Plasma Energy Solutions as the other channel, you'll find many of the videos that we put up about the different products and about different information on the plasma energy. And do you want to add to that?
That's about all we have on this subject. We thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. And if you think you got any value from it, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends and relatives. And go to our website and take a look at plasmaenergysolution.com. There's a whole lot of information on there, blogs and videos and all kinds of information that you can inform yourself about plasma energy products. Thank you.